So yeah, there's just the one leg extension machine, so that's pretty much going to be it. But I'll throw in a few variations. Maybe I'll do some leg extensions into machine leg press. The machine isn't that heavy, so if you pre-exhaust with leg extensions before, then it's a pretty good burn. Holy fuck, this guy's trying to merge into me. Fucking asshole. Uh, and then I'll probably do some leg extensions supersetted into sissy squats. That's, well, you'll just see them later, but those I feel just a crazy stretch on the quads. Like, I mean, pretty much like no other exercise, honestly. You got to go a bit lighter. Like, I'm not putting a bar on my back or anything. It's just a body weight squat. But again, after pre-exhausting with leg extensions, you can kind of do whatever sort of pressing movement you want, and it should feel pretty good on the quads. So, enough chit chat. Let's just go get these legs pumped to hell. Okay, so typically, what I end up doing, I've probably gotten into a little bit too much of a habit of this, is I do the same kind of rep style. Like, I always start off just really heavy on hamstrings, like, 20 reps or so, just like the whole stack kind of mindless. I think today for hamstrings, I'm going to start off a little lighter and just really try to get a good squeeze, kind of slower, controlled reps. I think there's definitely benefit to doing like heavy, like kind of swinging sets. Like, let's think, like if you watch the arm day yesterday, you know, those dumbbell curls in the beginning, heavy weight, really just swinging it, a lot of tension on the biceps. But, those sets didn't have the same level of like burn and fatigue as the lighter cable curls did, right? So there's kind of different ways to do your sets. So I think I'll go a little lighter, try and get a really controlled rep in. As long as you go hard, whatever kind of set you do is good, but it's good to change it up as well. Don't do the same shit every time. Shock the muscle, as it were. Okay. I'm gonna do a few sets of single leg. Still heavy, but it's just a little bit of a different feeling. So the last thing that I want to do here, this is really just a preference thing, is like, think about it. When you do single leg seated curls with the right leg, your left leg can just sit out here perfect. You don't have to think about it at all, right? But if you're gonna do it with your left leg, you gotta just sit here and hold your right leg up in the air. That's so fucking annoying to me. I hate it. And if you put it down here, then you're just gonna run into your own leg. So you're cutting your range in motion down, right? So what I do is, it depends on the hamstring curl, but usually you can kind of just fit your leg into this little open space, and then it's out of the way. Just, try not to crush it in the movement path of the machine. So I don't record every set but hamstrings are already fucking pumped to hell. So I'm just gonna finish with a set of double leg, and then we move on to leg extensions. Okay. Oh. Whew. I've been told to point my toes when I do hamstring curls. I don't see the point. For me, I just fucking keep them neutral. I don't I don't know if you've ever had that thought, like, should I keep pointing or should I keep them neutral? Just do whatever feels good to you, right? There's really not going to be much to see for quads today. I'll probably just record a couple of these, but it's just going to be 11 sets of leg extensions. I'll do a few different kinds. I'll do some single leg. I'll do maybe, well, I don't really love double leg. So I'll just record a couple sets of the single leg and then a couple sets of the sissy squat superset at the end. And then we can check the pump. So for those curious, it is now empty in here. There's no, there's nobody mid-changing. I wouldn't fucking record if there were. People were bringing that up in the last Planet Fitness video, I think. You know, I don't see a problem with recording yourself, but use discretion, especially if you're in the fucking locker room. I mean, it's kind of gnarly. So yeah, they told me to chill out with the film, and somebody must have complained. Well, within their rights, but it's not like you missed anything. All I did was fucking 10 more sets of leg extensions, single leg. At the end, I did a few where I did like 5 reps on the right, 5 on the left, 5 on the right, back and forth, and then some sissy squats like this. Oh. Oh. And as you're about to see, it resulted in a fucking freaky pump. Oh my god. Whoop. Okay. So let's see what we're really working with here. Oh. I mean, yeah, even just standing, like, it feels like I'm flexing. So let's just go get the dextro shake going. Not a ton of in-gym commentary during this video, but we'll get some car talk. All right, legs complete. So this, let's just say this. I think working out it requires thought. It's not like you can just get huge mindlessly, but I think people they love to overcomplicate it. They love it. You know, I've done bicep workouts, which I loved, where all it was 11 sets of dumbbell curls, just standing, and that was it, right? But I feel like if you paid a coach, you know, whatever I don't know what that kind of rate is. I've never had a coach. But if they told you to go into the gym one day and your whole bicep workout was just alternating dumbbell curls, you would probably be like, what the fuck did I just pay you for? You know? So to an extent, I think it's very overcomplicated, right? It's not like there's a specific exercise. Well, it's not like exercises on their own have like some intrinsic value where it's like just perfect, or it's going to build your bicep in like just a way better way than anything else. And exercise is an exercise, right? Now, you want some variability in your training over the long term. I wouldn't want to just do alternating dumbbell curls every lift, right? But uh, what I would say is yeah, like I was saying, it's not about the exercises themselves. It's more about just your overall kind of all-encompassing approach to any specific lift, right? Like today, I wanted to hit quads. Well, hamstrings and quads. So what did I do? I did hamstring curls, right? Activating the fucking hamstring. If you think of this as the leg, then your biceps the hamstring. And then, since I didn't do any heavy pressing for quads, what other movement is there? Leg extensions, right? Your quad is the equivalent of the tricep of your arm, which is all it's doing is taking it from here to here. And the leg extension is perfect for that. Like I got a freaky pump just from sitting on the leg extension, So pretty much as long as you're hitting a specific muscle reasonably effectively, right? Like those sets were, like I was putting in effort. They were hard. Uh, you do 8 to 12 sets, you're going to be pumped. And as long as you go hard, you're going to make progress. So, I don't mind doing a day of just leg extensions like that. Or, well, obviously every hamstring workout for me is just hamstring curls, you know. And I don't know, man. Leg extensions, what I said hamstrings. Leg extensions have proven to maintain my size and strength, right? Like when I every time I diet, 2 to 3 months at a time, all I do is leg extensions pretty much for quads. I'll do some other variations as well, but like I was saying on the way here, I just cut out squats totally. And right when I start bulking again, I can jump straight back to those 5 plates. So, and I love leg extensions. Final statement, I love leg extensions. So let's drink this dextrose slash protein shake. It's not just dextrose, fools. Dextrose and 2 scoops of vanilla. Oh my god. Okay, whatever. So it's actually been a while since I've said the point of dextrose post-workout. Huh. After you've done a lift, right? Clearly, your body has burnt energy, right? Somebody is waving at me. Perhaps a viewer, I think, but whatever. So, that's funny. Um, yeah, so your body just burnt a pretty considerable amount of energy, right? And in a bulking context, right, your muscles should be full of carbs. What's the glycogen? That's what's being burnt up. So in all your muscle cells, and especially the ones that you just trained, right, those little carb stores have been depleted, right? So post workout, what do you want to eat? You want some fucking carbs, right? Now, you don't want them, delivered slowly, right? When you fill up your gas tank in your car, you don't want to just let it sit there and trickle in slowly, right? You want to fill up the tank as quick as possible. So any kind of carb will be beneficial, right? Post workout, if you can get some rice, uh, like potatoes, whatever, any carb, it's going to be good for you. But the best case scenario is the simplest kind of carb that you can get your hands on, which is going to be, a dextrose, or I hear people talk about maltodextrin. I'm pretty sure that's a slower digesting carb. I haven't really looked into it. But the dextrose is super simple, right? In terms of digestibility, it's pretty much already in its final form, right? If you eat a fucking Wendy's spicy chicken, your body has to break it down into you know, those base macro components that it can actually do shit with, right? But with dextrose, it's already done. All your body's got to do is, you know, get it into your bloodstream, and then by raising your blood sugar, right, some kind of gland somewhere, I forget which one, is going to release some insulin, which is going to say, send those fucking carbs into the muscles, right? So post workout, some kind of simple carb, simple sugar, that's going to be good for you. It's going to be good for you. The protein post workout, it's not so necessary, you know. Protein, you just got to get it in throughout the day, spread it around. It's fine. There's not so much of an important timing with that, right? So enough talk of dextrose. Any long-term viewer is bored out of their mind right now because I fucking like the, I don't know. I feel like the first 50 videos I explained the dextrose every time. I just did a whole little dextrose speech. So let's think. Let's freaking think. So tomorrow is going to be chest. It's going to be a fucking chest day. I can kind of fucking feel my. I hurt my right chest a while ago. I was doing flat bench heavy. Um, and then also the fact that I'm like very inflexible. I was going all the way down. So I fucking pulled my shit, like, I think it was maybe a year ago, 8 months ago, something. I don't remember exactly. But it still kind of bothered me a little. I could kind of feel it last chest day, but not that bad. So I'm being a little bit extra careful with chest. Not trying to bench 405 for reps right now. Uh, so if you got something that's bothering you a little bit, um, probably better to just err on the side of caution, right? If you're, let's say you're getting ready to do some kind of heavy ass squat, and you can tell like your knee feels it just feels weird today. Oh, dude, my knee feels really weird today. All right, whatever. And then you go for some heavy shit. I'm not saying you're gonna hurt yourself, but you know, if I ever feel like something's just kind of off, probably best to like maybe take a little step back, right, and just not fuck your shit up, because that's the last thing you want to do is get fucking hurt in the gym, right? And if you get really hurt, oh, then you are boned for that specific muscle group at least, right? Like when I fucked up my chest, it was to the point where I couldn't even just sit here and flex it. It would fucking hurt. Like rolling out of bed was hurting it at the time, at least. Now, even though my chest was fucked up, right, I was still going in and doing back and arms and shoulders and legs, right? Just because you have one injury somewhere in your body doesn't mean that you have to stop training completely. If anything, I think that's counterintuitive, right? Because when you're an athletic being, you know, if every day you get up, you're going to the gym, you're working out, you're doing your cardio, you're eating all your meals and whatnot, right? You're an efficient machine. You know, I'm not like this is kind of just based on like logic. I'm not really a fucking physician, right? But let's say two people get the same injury. Um, what kind of fucking injury am I gonna reference here? What kind of injuries do people just get in life? A broken arm, maybe? I don't know. Let's say, what am I trying to think of? Whatever. Let's say two people get hurt in the exact same way. One person is still going into the gym and working around that injury. They're still doing their cardio and they're eating a pretty reasonable diet. All right, that's person A. Now person B does not work out at all. They have very little muscle mass and their diet is, let's just say lacking in protein, but probably a better word would be just atrocious. You know, like it just kind of concerns me how some people are alive with the types of foods that they eat. But whatever, right? Poor diet, poor sleep, and not athletic at all. Who do you think's going to recover better? Who do you think's going to heal from that injury faster, right? This isn't even really a question. You know the answer. At this point, I kind of forget the point I was even trying to make. But, oh yeah. Don't just get lazy after if you get hurt. If you freaking get hurt. Because if you just sit there, bedridden style, you're not working out anymore, your your metabolism's probably going to go to shit. You're going to start putting on body fat. You're going to lose muscle mass. And then it's going to be that much harder to get back in the gym, right? Ideally, or not even ideally, but let's just think back years ago when we were still kind of wild, running around hunting and shit. If if you couldn't run around and get some food in you, you're gonna get killed off. That's more of a Liver King type statement. Any Liver King fans here? Are these two social medias overlapping? I'm not really a big Liver King fan. But, all right, now I'm just rambling. I burned up too much glycogen in the gym. My fucking brain is fried from legs. So, enough of this little rant. I got a 2-hour drive ahead of me to go to my buddy Maverick's house. It's his birthday. So that'll be fun. Probably going to get some kind of drive-through food on the way. About probably 3 more weeks of the bulk. Just to try to get just a little bit extra muscle on. And then we can start shredding down. I'm kind of getting excited. Because, I'm pretty lean. It's kind of hard for me to get, fat when I'm bulking. But, when I'm, actively dieting, after probably just a month and a half, it should start to look pretty crazy. Right? Because even if it doesn't look it, I've still got a little bit of a layer of, blubber on me. Obviously not that much, but once that starts to get peeled off, I'm just thinking about it now. All right, whatever. I'll see you next time.